for 5 years. That's why I've got PTSD. Anyone else? No? Just me? Alright. Disneyland's the only job I've ever had where the second you quit, your life gets so much better, you know? Like, my best friend quit to sell drugs. He makes way more money, gets into way less fights. It's awesome. My dad retired after 40 years, and immediately all of his hair grew back. It's awesome. When you work there, though, everyone's always asking you for things. Like, my mom was like, sign me in, and my friends were like, sign me in, and my ex-girlfriend was like, give me child support. So, I quit, went to Knott's Berry Farm. It's so much better. Nobody wants anything from me there. My dad's like, who are you? I'm like, you live right down the street, so that's obvious I'm not the favorite child, right? My parents had 4 kids and they only admitted to having sex 3 times, so I'm thinking one of us was adopted. So I think it's my brother Ladanian, but I'm not sure. So that's, it's great though. Both my parents are disabled. My mom's in a wheelchair, my dad is from Detroit. It's awesome. Yeah, it's hard being a Detroit Lions fan. Like I tell my friends and they'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry, are you okay? And I'd tell them my brother has Down syndrome, and they'd be like, I'm so sorry, he plays for the Detroit Lions. It's awesome. It's wonderful. Yeah, growing up, like, I had a lot of teachers that were like, Derek, you can be whatever you want to be. And I'm like, that's bullshit, because nobody wanted to be a teacher, so I know that's not true. There was one girl in the whole school that wanted to be a teacher, and we threw rocks at her, so she died. She's not a teacher. She didn't make it. So it was AIDS. It wasn't the rocks. I had a brilliant idea of going to school for 7 years. Yeah, I did that twice. That was great. First I went for geography, and after $20,000, what I learned about geography is that most people think it's geology, so that's money well worth it. Like, to tell you the difference between the two, geology is the study of earth and minerals, and geography is a bunch of bullshit. There's nothing to it. They just had an extra room and they told 3 teachers to talk about whatever they wanted to, and the first one's like, I'm gonna talk about the weather. And the second one like talked about politics, and the third one just showed Remember the Titans because he was a janitor. So that's, yeah, $20,000, yeah. And then when I graduated, my parents were like, Derek, why don't you want a job? So then I went back for film, because that's the only thing where I make less money than geography. So and the first day of school, the teacher was like, hey, Derek, so why don't you want a job? So that's great. That's great. So now I do this because it's the only thing where I make less money than film. So yeah, it's wonderful. You can't be whatever you want to be, though. You know, like, nobody wants to be a dishwasher or a coal miner or drafted by the Detroit Lions, right? It's great. I just moved to Santa Ana last year because I like to live in fear. It's going great, yeah. Fucking pussies, all of you, yeah. Why do you have repressed memories? I don't know. There's a lot of crazy drivers where I live, though. Like, my first week there, I saw this one dude get completely run over by this car. I started freaking out. I didn't know what to do. It was my first time getting a DUI. Yeah. First 2 are free. I don't know. You hit someone in Santa Ana with your car, they don't even arrest you, they just make you a cop. Because they got a homeless guy. I don't know. There's a lot of homeless people right where I live, so I need to stop sleeping on the benches in the park. So my girlfriend does not like sleeping on benches in the park. We had a car, but then someone, broke in, and then we're like, well, I guess we don't have a house anymore. So it's someone stole my brother's car. So I don't know. It's great though. Yeah. Love living in Santa Ana. I love always just looking behind my back. It's great. There's more cigarette butts than dreams. It's awesome. Love it. Love it. I don't know. We're getting a dental lab now. That's going horrible. Yeah. It's hard designing crowns to make everyone's teeth look good. It'd be so much easier if we just made everyone blind instead. Yeah. What do you do your eyes for besides racism? I don't know. Just tell everyone you're white. It works for me, at least. So, yeah. But my last job, I got in trouble for serving alcohol to a minor. Yeah. My boss pulled me into the office and he was like, Derek, we don't serve alcohol here. There's a Radio Shack. So that's, yeah. I gotta sell weed. It's going great. I don't know. But wasn't obvious, I don't believe in God. Yeah, I don't believe in God because 1 year growing up, my brother just rinsed his mouth with mouthwash, didn't get any cavities. And I brush my teeth every day and I still got an STD, so that's awesome. Yeah, fuck your God. I'm not gonna believe in God until my parents believe in me, so that's not happening. So I told him I was a comedian, and my dad was like, I wish you were gay. Yeah, that's true. I don't believe everyone's equal either. I don't. I think good people should get away with more things than bad people. Like Ashton Kutcher, he's better than me. He quit acting to go run a foundation that saves thousands of kids from child trafficking every year. I think he should be able to keep a few of them. Just, you're better off with him. I adopted a dog because I'm a hero. Thank you. A lot of my friends are like, Derek, raising a dog is just like raising a child. Like, no, it's fucking not. Like, everything we do to dogs is illegal to do to children. Like, my dog sleeps in a cage every single night. I got her fixed at 6 months old. I wouldn't even think about fixing my daughter till at least 13. So that's, everyone's always arguing about whether dogs or cats are better. Like, it's obvious to me. Like, I've never seen a cat maul any children to death. That's why I prefer dogs. They're just better at it. So my one friend's like, Derek, my dog's in heat. I'm like, no, it's not. I've seen that movie 9 times. There's not a single dog in that movie. Stop lying to me. I think I understand dogs more than people. Like, I don't know what people want 90% of the time, but I know right away when my dog needs to shit the second she starts shitting on me. So that's great. I'm gonna end this on a positive note. My cousin's cancer-free. It's awesome. Yeah. Look it up. Yeah. The funeral is Tuesday if anyone wants to go. Yeah. Yeah, the doctor said it was blunt force trauma. So he beat cancer, guys. And thank you. I'm Derek Feeman. Derek Feeman, everybody.